Hi everyone, Katie Murray. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It is now a couple of days past, but I hope everyone still is carrying the feeling that we all have when we're sitting around the table with our loved ones and we all say what we're thankful for because it's really something that we should be doing all the time. Today, I want to talk about an experience I had when I was out actually in the grocery store about almost 2 weeks ago, actually. And I was in a big hurry and I had timed this outing like to the minute. I had a really important doctor's appointment and it was one I couldn't miss. But I thought, something, I think I have enough time to run into the store and grab an item. And I thought, don't make any eye contact with anybody because I'm that kind of person where when I make eye contact, people just kind of gravitate towards me. So I just thought, don't look at anyone, don't look at anyone. And wouldn't you know, I'm turning around a corner and I'm gonna try. Like I was gonna talk about this last week and I was like lumped up about it. So I'm gonna try and get through this. I was turning around a corner and I happened to see this older man. And the way they break up the aisles, at the end of an aisle, they'll put items up. Well, there were these cans that were at the end of an aisle. And I happened out of the corner of my eye to see this elderly man. And the way he was standing, I could tell that he was trying to look to see either what was the type of soup that was in the can, like was it chicken noodle or was it, whatever, clam chowder, or what was on sale, because a lot of times they'll run like buy two cans and you get one free. Like I said, I was in a hurry, so I wasn't quite sure, but it caught my eye. So as I went around the corner, I kind of then took a better look to see. And, like I said, the curiosity got me and I just couldn't help it because whenever I see an elderly person, whether it's an elderly person or a disabled person or a vet, I can't help it. I'm going to help. So when I kind of looked without him realizing, I then knew he was trying to see what the sale was. And this is what I saw. His face was directly almost touching the can. And it made me actually hurt inside because I thought, how long was he standing like that? Because if you looked, you could see people working in the store like a couple of feet from him. And I just thought, really, nobody came to help him. No one asked if he needed anything. But again, I thought, who, some people, they don't know how to deal with something like that. They think, maybe this man doesn't want help. You don't know what to do. You really don't. So I can't have that mindset. All I can do is worry about me and what I can do in this situation. So I'm going to pass this along to you. Maybe it'll help all of you out there. And again, I have someone that's really close to me who actually is going blind. And I know how prideful people are when they are older and they are losing their sight, whether it's that or something else. And losing your independence is something that can be really hard because you don't want to let your independence go. There are other people out there, though, who would embrace help. So you just kind of just don't know what to do in that situation. Again, I also have a niece, and she's blind, and she's taught me a lot, on how you can deal with things like that. So I thought I have to be smart about this. How can I go about helping this guy? And as I turned and looked, I saw a hat that he had on his head. And when it said World War II vet. Oh my gosh. Well, that was it. Bingo. There's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say thank you for your service and ask him, are you in the Marines, the Army, what branch? And that's how I can figure out a way to ask what I can do to help, this guy. So as I come around the corner, I say to him, hey, how you doing? Thanks for your service. What branch were you in? Well, from there, it just took on a whole nother direction. Forgot all about my appointment. I forgot this guy even needed help. And he turns, looks at me and says, actually, the hat's not even mine. It's my brother's. I said, is it really? He said, yeah. He said, the movie Band of Brothers? I said, yeah. He said, that movie, he said, my brother, he was one of those guys, but the real thing. We stood there and we talked. It felt like forever, but, it really wasn't. I wanted it to be, And I took away so much from that conversation from that guy. And I'm going to try not to get lumped up. I still get emotional thinking about it because I think to myself many things. If I didn't see him, what kind of loss I would have had, because I learned a lot from him. These men that fought for us all those years ago and the sacrifice that they gave us, it's something that too many people don't realize, and I have so much admiration and respect. And to have a chance to talk to this guy like I did is something I will never forget. And I don't care, if I was late for that appointment, it didn't matter, So what I want to say to all of you out there, get your faces out of your phone and look around and observe your fellow man and woman. And if you can help someone, help them. If you can smile at a person, smile, because you can really make somebody's day. And if you're in a situation like, that I was in, and you see where, geez, maybe I could help this person and you're unsure about how you could help them, find a way. I wasn't sure how I could help this guy, but I knew that he needed help, and I saw the hat on his head. It said, vet. And I knew I could wiggle my way in to helping him by making a comment. And look at what happened. It snowballed into him and I having a conversation about his brother, who is the guy in Band of Brothers, but the real thing, not a movie that you're going to watch on television. I watch a lot of documentaries about, historical events, and, you go to school and you learn about stuff like that, but there's nothing better than the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, my father was in the Korean War, and I could just soak up anything that he would tell me as a kid, and he didn't talk much about it. You know what I mean? He would just always say to me, I was just one of many. And so as a kid and even as an adult, I have to try to research and find it in other ways, in other avenues. You know what I mean? But I have just so much respect, like I said, for these guys that have fought for us. But like I said, keep your eyes open when you're out and about, because there are things that you can do, even if it's just a little thing. And what you take away will stay with you. And here I am almost 2 weeks later, and I'm still lumped up from this guy. And I'll tell you something. I know that he got something from our encounter. I mean, he lit up, and I'm not saying I'm anything great, because I don't think I am or anything like that. But I know that our encounter did mean something to him. He was so excited and so happy to talk about his brother. It feels good to talk about your loved ones, right? Because he had told me that, his brother had died several years ago, yet he still wears his hat. So by him talking about his brother, he was keeping his brother alive and honoring his brother. So he was doing something good that day, and I was doing something good that day. So think about that and remember that. I made my appointment that day, but if I didn't, I didn't care. Because sometimes in life there are things that are more important. So I hope that what I'm saying to you had an impact. I hope it touched somebody, and let's get out there and do some good. Keep our eyes open. And what are we going to do? We're going to spread lots of seeds of joy and happiness all around so it takes off like wildflowers. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye-bye.